Good afternoon to you. Today we will continue with the Constitution, State Legislature. In the last class, we have seen certain portions of State Legislature. Today we will see various terms used in the sessions of the State Legislature. As you know, many of these terms we have already discussed when we took up Union Parliament. So I do not want to waste the time on those terms which we have already discussed. We will only confine ourselves to the terms which are unique to the state legislature. First is dissolution. As you know, the Legislative Council is a permanent body and cannot be dissolved. Only assembly can be dissolved. Dissolution ends the life of the assembly and a new assembly has to be constituted after general elections. The general election should be held within 6 months from the date of dissolution of the house. So, very important. Now, what is the effect of dissolution on the legislative proposals? Legislative proposals mean bills. A bill pending in the assembly lapses, whether it is originated at the assembly or whether it is transmitted by the council to the assembly, in either way. Number two, a bill passed by the assembly but pending in the council also lapses. Passed by the assembly but pending in the council also lapses. Number two. Number three, a bill pending in the council but not passed by the assembly does not lapse. A bill pending in the council but has not been passed by the assembly does not lapse. Number four, a bill passed by the assembly in a unicameral state or passed by both the houses in the bicameral state but pending assent of the governor or president does not lapse. Number five, a bill passed by the assembly in a unicameral state or passed by both the houses but returned by president for reconsideration of the houses does not lapse. So these are all the 5 circumstances in which the bill is treated. Now, as far as quorum is concerned, what is quorum? I have already told you. The minimum number of members required for making a transaction valid. That is, it is the minimum number of members required to be present in the house for conducting any business. In the assemblies, it is minimum 10 members or 1/10 of the total membership of the house, including presiding officer, whichever is greater, 10 member or 1/10, whichever is greater. Remember, contrary to this, in Lok Sabha, it is 1/10 of the total membership of the house. Then, all matters at any sitting of either house, either assembly or council, are decided by the majority of the members present and voting. This is the normal practice. Except, see, when you calculate this, you should exclude the presiding officer. If there is a equality of vote, the presiding officer will cast what is known as casting vote. But on a few matters, like removal of speaker, or removal of deputy speaker, or removal of chairman in the council or removal of deputy chairman in the council, absolute majority is required. And for passing a resolution for creation of legislative council or to abolish the legislative council, special majority is required. What is special majority? I have already told you. That is absolute majority plus 2/3 majority of the members present and voting. In rest of the cases, ordinary majority is enough. Chairman or speaker will not vote in the first instance, but they can exercise only casting vote. Now let us come to the legislative procedure in the state legislature. An ordinary bill, first we are talking ordinary bill, remember, not a money bill. An ordinary bill can be initiated in either house, either assembly or council. Such a bill can be introduced by a minister, which is called official bill or government bill. It can be initiated by any member other than the minister, who is called private member, and this type of bill is called private member bill or non-official bill. So there are two types of bills which we have already seen in the parliamentary procedure. Now in the assembly also same. As in the case of Lok Sabha, the bill has to pass through three important stages in the originating house. What are those? Number 1, first reading. Number 2, second reading. Number 3, third reading. After the bill is passed by the originating house, it is transmitted to the second house for passage. A bill can become an act only when the state legislature, that is both the houses of the state legislature, wherever it is, pass the bill. A bill is deemed to have been passed only when both the houses agree to it, either with or without amendments. In the case of unicameral legislature, a bill passed by the assembly is sent directly to the governor for his assent. In the second house also, the bill has to pass through all the three stages, first reading, second reading and third reading. When a bill is passed by assembly and sent to the council has four choices. Number 1, it can pass the bill as it is without any amendment, in which case it is deemed to have been passed by both the houses and sent to the governor. Second alternative is, it can pass the bill with the amendments and send this to the assembly for reconsideration. Third alternative is, it can reject the bill altogether. Fourth alternative is, it may not take any action and keep it pending. These are all the four alternatives. Other than this, there cannot be any other alternative. If the council passes the bill without amendment, or assembly accepts the amendment made by the council, the bill is treated as passed by both the houses and sent to the governor for his assent. On the other hand, if the assembly rejects the amendments made by the council, number 1, or the council has rejected the bill altogether, number 2, or the council did not take any action on the bill for 3 months, then the assembly will pass the bill again and send it back to the council. Now, if the council rejects the bill again or send back the bill again after rejecting, or passes the bill with amendments which were not acceptable to the assembly, or does not pass the bill within 1 month, then the bill is treated as passed by both the houses in the same format in which it was passed by the assembly second time. Remember, very important point. Remember, first 3 months delay, it can maximum 3 months. Then second time, if the council rejects the bill again, circumstance number 1, or passes the bill with amendments which are not acceptable to the assembly, circumstance number 2, or does not pass the bill within 1 month, circumstance number 3, then the bill is treated as passed by both the houses in the same form in which it was passed by the assembly second time. Therefore, remember, the ultimate power of passing an ordinary bill is only with the assembly. The council can delay the bill only for 4 months, that is 3 months in the first instance and 1 month in the second instance. Now, please note that there is no provision for joint session of assembly and the council to resolve the dispute over a non-money bill, unlike in the case of the dispute between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in the case of a non-money bill, where there is a provision under Article 108 of the Constitution for convening joint session. But such a provision is not there in the case of disagreement between assembly and council. This is very important from the examination point of view. Now, similarly, when a bill which has been originated in the council, remember, similarly, when a bill which has been originated in the council and sent to assembly for consideration is rejected by the assembly, the bill ends there and becomes dead. Very important point. Remember, when a bill which has been originated in the council and sent to assembly for consideration is rejected by the assembly, then the bill ends there and it becomes dead. There is only one trial. Secondly, as you know, no bill can become an act without the assent of the governor. When a bill is passed by the legislature and is presented to the governor has 4 alternatives. How many alternatives? 4 alternatives. What are those? Number 1, he can give his assent to the bill, in which case the bill becomes an act. Secondly, he can declare that he is withholding his assent, which is called absolute veto. Thirdly, he may return the bill for reconsideration of the House or the Houses, and he can return only a non-money bill. This is called suspense veto. He may also reserve the bill for consideration of President. This is the 4th alternative under Article 200 of the Constitution. Now, if the governor withholds his assent to the bill, it is dead. That's all. If the governor returns the bill for reconsideration and the bill is passed by both the houses again with or without amendment and presented to governor, he has to give his assent. Remember, the governor cannot return the money bill for reconsideration. This is very important. Next is, under Article 200 of the Constitution, the governor can reserve a bill for consideration of President. The President may give his assent to the bill or withhold his assent, absolute veto, or return the bill for reconsideration of the House, only non-money bill. When such a bill has been reconsidered and passed again by both the houses and presented to President, the President may give his assent. Nevertheless, please note that the Constitution is not clear whether the President can compulsorily, mandatorily give his assent. Nevertheless, the bill has to be returned by both the houses after consideration within 6 months. Within 6 months they have returned, but the Constitution is silent on the question whether the bill, a non-money bill, which has been returned by President, has been reconsidered by both the houses of the state legislature and passed again, tendered again to the President. Is he bound to give his assent? Or he need not give. That point is silent in the Constitution. As in the case of Union Parliament, there is a special procedure for dealing with money bills. What are the special procedure? A money bill can be introduced only in the Assembly and not in the Council. Number 2, only on the recommendation of Governor. Number 3, the money bills are normally government bills and introduced by Minister. These 3 points, remember. When a money bill is passed by the Assembly, it is sent to the Council for consideration. With regard to money bill, Council has no powers, fifth wheel in the coach. It cannot reject, it cannot amend. It can only recommend and return the bill to the Assembly within 14 days. The Assembly can either accept or reject the recommendation. Even if the Assembly does not accept the recommendation of the Council, the bill is treated as passed by both the houses as originally passed by the Assembly. The Council can delay a money bill only for 14 days, after which it is deemed to have been passed by both the houses of the legislature. When such a money bill is presented to Governor, he can either give his assent or declare that he is withholding his assent or reserve the bill for consideration of the President. But he cannot return the bill for reconsideration to the legislature. Normally, Governor gives assent to the money bill because that money bill was introduced only with his recommendation. So, unless there are certain developments after his recommendation and passage, then only he can say, he can deny, he can withhold his consent. When a money bill is reserved for consideration of the President can give his assent to the bill or withhold his assent, but cannot return the bill for reconsideration of the legislature. With this, we will end the session and we will take up the Constitution tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you very much.